This is an episode to encourage you, I'm just going to say it bluntly, to get the hell out of your house. Yeah, you may feel like you have to be home with the kids all the time. Yeah, you may feel overwhelmed or like you don't have any time to go network or to go plug yourself in a community, whether it's pickleball, whether it's golf, whether it's Pilates, whether it's the local boxing class, workout class, something like that. You may feel like you don't have time for that, but if you don't, then what? What is your plan?
Welcome, everybody, to the Chris Harder Show, where we are making you unapologetic about your pursuit of success, knowing that when good people like you make good money, they can then do great things. My name is Chris Harder, and several times per week, I will bring you epic guests, solo episodes, and every single tool, trick, and skill set you need to grow your business, grow your money mindset, and to grow your wealth to levels that you have never reached before. I've ended up in a unique place in life where I've got the experience, the connections, and all of the secrets that it takes to be successful. And I'm lifting the curtain to reveal it all to you in an effort to help put you in a position of abundance so great that you can then be as generous as possible. So let's lock arms and let's get started.
And we're back.
With another episode of He Said, She Said.
And happy birthday, babe. By the time people are listening to this, your birthday is going to have come and gone. I won't say the age, but you look 20 years younger than you.
Oh, great.
Must
Thanks
be
so
Glōci.
much. You know, honestly, I think that women are so afraid of aging. And don't get me wrong, I've gone through a lot of different experiences where I'm like, oh my God, how has time gone by this fast? And I will say that I am so extremely getting really into just making sure I'm taking care of myself in the best way possible, especially my skin, especially obviously just all of the info with dementia and muscle loss and so many different things like that too, I think are starting to be on my mind, which is so weird to even say, but but even late 30s, 40s, you start thinking of this. I know. Come on, 20-year-olds, you can stay on. We're going to give some great info. But I'm really excited because I have been doing deep dives into all of the different ways that Glōci is helping not only skin, but immunity, but also really supporting a really fun angle that I've found that I'm obsessed with learning about is how Glōci really supports your med spa treatments, whether it is your Botox or your Sculptra. Like your body needs certain minerals in order to amplify those and make those really work and get the best bang for your buck. So you guys, Botox is actually zinc dependent. Like your body has to have zinc. And there is a study that talks about how people who upped their zinc and made sure they had the proper amounts of zinc in their body before each appointment increased how long their Botox worked for. So
More for your money.
More for your money, you guys. And we should be doing this anyway. You don't want to be deficient in your vitamins that are helping your body make your collagen. Like you need vitamin C, you need amino acids, you need a ton of different things, you guys, for getting the most out of your own skin. Like your own body wants to help you produce collagen, and it can't do that without all of the vitamins that are in Glōci.
Well, I heard you got a birthday sale going on.
We've got a birthday sale, so you can go to getglōci.com. You guys, it is site-wide, and you can go and check out what we have going on there.
All right, getglōci.com. That's GLOCI, getglōci.com. Celebrate. Do me a favor. If you think Lori's ever done anything good for you in life, a great episode that helped you, piece of advice, anything, go to getglōci.com and just try it. Just buy it. Just buy one pack. And be like, okay, it's her birthday. This is my way of saying happy birthday. My gift to her is I'm just going to buy a gift for myself and make myself healthier and make myself, have better skin, better hair.
Just saying, you can let me know. I'll look you up on Shopify and say thank you for the birthday gift.
Oh, okay. That's how you can give a birthday gift to Lori, because I know everybody does love you.
Oh, that's so sweet. I don't know about everyone.
Well, most. There are
I'm just going to live in a world where I think that, but thank you so much.
It's funny because my buddy John and I went to the pickleball country club here in Newport this morning, and he had invited me yesterday. He said, hey, I found out about a new networking group of great guys who all go play Tuesdays and Thursdays at the TTC. And apparently it's like everyone's awesome, and they purposely rotate you through the teams, like you're meeting new people the whole time. And do you want to go? And I said, well, hell yeah, I want to go. Number 1's playing pickleball. Number 2, it's working out, which I'd be doing during that time anyways. I've been meaning to play more, and that's what this episode is going to be about, is how to, in a fun way, build more community. but yeah, I've been wanting to go. So of course I'm going to go. Well, I went there and I already met so many important contacts in just a 90-minute morning of playing pickleball. So as you guys know, Frello has pivoted to being a hard money platform, the first tech forward aggregation of the hard money space ever done. And so what that means is there's hard money lenders on one side who need more deal flow. And there are people that use hard money to like flip homes, buy rental properties, that kind of thing on the other side. And I'm pulling those two communities together using tech. Well, I was telling this to one of the guys there. He said, what do you do? And I was explaining the platform to him. He said, oh my God. He said, I know every single hard money lender in Newport Beach here. And by the way, like real estate speculation here is huge, right? Southern California. He goes, I know every single hard money lender here and most of them belong to the club. He said, I'll start introducing you around as I see guys I know are involved in it. All from one morning of going, right? So I'm going every Thursday morning for sure, possibly every Tuesday, Thursday morning. But it was an example of it doesn't have to be difficult. It doesn't have to feel like a grind, although there will be times that do. You don't have to sit there alone saying, it's not working, or I can't find people, or I can't find partners, or I can't find customers, or I can't find referrals, or I can't find investors. And if you ever find yourself saying that, it's probably because you haven't been purposeful about cultivating real community, especially even local community. Now, I know we talk about this all the time, and we say, well, that's why we do masterminds. And yes, we still do our masterminds for very intentional community, right? Because when you go there, you're literally going there in order to say, I'm looking for customers or I'm looking for business knowledge, and hopefully both, right? So it's a streamlined way to meet like-minded people. But when you go to like a pickleball country club, you don't really think of that. Or if you just go to your regular pickleball courts at your local park, you don't really think of that. But just as much of that is going down. And you've discovered this at Pilates, which has given you a whole new direction for marketing Glōci.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about all of the different problems that we hear in our mentor collective mastermind and even in our elite entrepreneur mastermind is a lot of people when they first get there, they're like, I don't have the community. I don't have the people to bounce ideas off of. I don't know people who have the answers. And also maybe they're like, I just feel a little tapped out of my network or I'm not having customers buy anymore online. I'm like, yeah, because you've tapped out of your network.
Actually, guys, hold on a sec. I'm going to interrupt this podcast for something really, really important. And if you've been a long-time listener, you know I have never, ever interrupted my podcast to share something before. But the reason why I believe it's so important is I just had my annual tax and wealth planning meeting. And I've been given access, just like every year, to so many incredible tax saving hacks, so many privileged moves that I can make with my family office, that it's kind of unfair that everybody else doesn't get these. Now, if you're familiar with the family office, you have to have a certain level of wealth to be able to work with one. And most people listening probably can't just go and work with my family office. And so the reason why I haven't brought this up before is I haven't actually had a solution for you until now. A solution, quite frankly, that is so important, I'm interrupting this podcast for it. Now, dear friends of mine started a company a while back called True Wealth. And not only do I trust them dearly, I have watched what they have done with my friends and my clients to be able to coordinate their tax situation, their business compliance situation, their insurance situation, and their personal wealth management. Because these are not separate things. This is the number one mistake I see entrepreneurs make. They go out and they piece together these separate people for their business compliance and for their tax situation and for their personal wealth building, and they don't work together. Except that's the problem. Each one of these things actually depend on each other to maximize the savings. And I don't mean by a little bit, I mean by a ton. Because I trust True Wealth so much, I am sharing this with you right now, not as an ad, because I am not getting paid for this, but because I believe it's that important for you to explore. If you have a multiple six-figure business, preferably they're a good fit for those with a seven-figure business or close to it or higher, then I want you to hit pause real quick and set up a free call with my friends. Set up the call at chrishutter.me/wealth. That is chrishutter.me.me/wealth. I'm telling you,
You can't afford to piece these things together anymore. You are wasting so much money. And if you're sick and tired of feeling like you're working too hard to have too little money left, these are the people that'll fix it, because there's a lot of money out there that you don't realize that could be left over that you don't have access to. So just set up the free call. They're my friends. I've literally never interrupted a podcast for something like this before, so you know it's important. Go to chrisharder.me/wealth, and then let me know how it goes. I'll let them know that you're calling. All right, back to the episode.
You always need to be filling your pipeline. And I'm going to go back to our network marketing days because, Chris and I were some of the top people in network marketing, and it happened pretty fast. And I have to tell you why that happened. I was focused on what is called top of funnel all of the time. That was my main focus. Most people were focused on I'm going to really sell the business to the people that I know, which is you have to do. You must do that. You must talk about the business. You must share it on your social. You must share it in your network. But on top of me sharing with my current network, I knew that I had to keep the faucet running. So I'd always say that I'm if anything feels a little dry, it's because I'm not paying attention to getting more eyeballs. So I'm I have to post more. I have to talk more about, fitness. I need to post more pictures about being fit. This was back in the day, guys. Some of this stuff does not work anymore, but I need to do something to expand my network and to attract more eyeballs. And so, this comes down to being able to learn how to expand your network, to go tap into new networks, but you can't just go tap into new networks and expect it to work. So Chris couldn't have just gone to pickleball and kept his mouth shut and talk about how nice the weather is and talk about cars the whole time because he loves to talk about cars. He had to go and unapologetically share what he's doing and what he needs, but be proud of it. And here's where a lot of people go wrong is they'll go get tapped into new networks. They'll go to the Pilates studio, but they don't open their mouth. They don't ask people, oh, hey, what's your name? Oh, where do you work? Or what do you do? Or what do you do for fun? Or tell me about yourself. And so, they're plugged into a community. They know all the faces, but nobody knows them. You don't know what each other do. You've gone there for 6 months. And I am not even kidding when I say I've gone to this Pilates studio now for probably 4 months. I feel like I know majority of the people there. We have conversations. I know what they do. I know what they're about. And I know some people who have been there the whole time who have not talked to me at all. They don't open their mouth. They don't get to know anyone. I don't know if they know anyone's names, but they are regulars. And I know exactly what machine they're going to go on every single time. But they haven't grown the network. They haven't bothered to actually plug in. So how many places are you going to that you can't tell me your barista's names? You can't tell me the people's names at your Pilates studio. You can't tell me the people's names at your gym. Every single one person opens up a network of minimum, probably 5 very interesting people who might have answers for you. So I want you to think about every single person you know. If they have 5 to 500 people in their network. What happens when you tell them something that you need and when you're friendly and when they're just wow, that person is so lovely. They always ask about me. They remember what my kids are up to. They remembered that I pulled a double at work the other day. They are going to keep you top of mind when you say, I'm actually in a round right now. I'm raising money for this product that I'm super excited about. They'll be like, oh my God, I know this guy who is an angel investor. I don't really know what that all means, but I know that he is, and he's probably looking for products like this sometimes. So let me know if you want me to put your deck in front of him. This is how this works. This is how this happens all the time. And it doesn't happen unless I open my mouth in new networks.
And so this is an episode to encourage you, I was going to say bluntly, to get the hell out of your house.
Nothing
in an intentional way. Now, I know I want to be incredibly conscious of people who say, you don't understand, I've got kids, I've got this, I've got that. I understand everybody has their individual challenges and everyone feels like their challenges are the toughest to them. But while acknowledging that, I want to ask you an important question, and that is, if you don't, then what? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, you may feel like you have to be home with the kids all the time. Yeah, you may feel overwhelmed or like you don't have any time to go network or to go plug yourself in a community, whether it's pickleball, whether it's golf, whether it's Pilates, whether it's the local boxing class, workout class, something like that. You may feel like you don't have time for that, but if you don't, then what? What is your plan? And I think you probably won't like the answer to that. It probably feels like an empty answer. But if you get your tail out of your house and go be intentional, and by the way, we're introverts. Every time I go like to pickleball, to a networking, mixer type thing on the courts, I have nerves about it. I'm like, oh,
Same.
I hate talking to new people.
Same.
I just do. But then I leave so happy.
I'm the exact same way. It is like pulling teeth every time. I just said yes to 2 dinners that are coming up in 2 weeks. And they're dinners that I have been wanting to be invited to because I want to get to know some of the local influencers, and that's what they are. I'm like, I have been waiting to be invited to dinners like this, like the whole time I've lived here. And I've been the one who's had to put them on. And finally, I just got invited to 2. And every part of me wanted to say no because I'm like, I don't know anyone. This sounds so uncomfortable. Oh my God. These are start at 6:30. Are you kidding me? I've been getting in bed at 8:30. This sounds like my nightmare. And I know I'm going to be so grateful. I literally, there is a huge part of me that cannot wait because I want to meet all of these people. But it's hard. It feels hard to me to leave the house at dark right now when I'm tired, when I'm working really hard, and when it's already a really busy season. But I know that I'm making my life easier later. And something that I want to say, even if you can't leave, you guys, there have been periods in my life where I've made community online. So if you're a busy mom right now, maybe you have a baby at home, and you're like, I really know I need to get out there and network and I actually want to, but I can't. You can start a mommy networking group. Like once a month, you guys can meet and share what you're excited about, what you're struggling with, and what you need the most right now. And it's just going to take a little bit more effort to get people on that. Maybe you keep trying to add people every single day. Whoever you find online, you have a scripted message that you copy paste and ask them if they want to come into this networking community. Like, hey, can't leave the house? Us either. Still want to grow your business? Us too. Here's what we're doing. And I think that would be just a phenomenal way to start networking with other women that you are interested in. It's going to take a lot of asks in order to build up a group, but I am telling you, this could be one of the most powerful things that you do. And not doing this, you guys, doesn't get rewarded. Being scrappy gets rewarded. There's nothing that I have gotten rewarded for that was easy. Like there's nothing I've gotten rewarded for that was easy.
It's interesting. There's so many fun things going on in your community that you are oblivious to because you're not purposefully looking. But when you start looking, you'll see them. And they may not be exactly for you at first, but I'm going to encourage you to take them for a test drive. I saw the coolest thing, by the way.
What?
Our friends Matt and Allie, they at their gym in Burlington, outside of Toronto, they hosted a Christmas market at their gym. Everyone's setting up little like booths, and whether they sell clothes or supplements or local businesses selling things, they set up a Christmas market and they had wine and everyone was dressed up and looked nice. It was awesome. Why do I bring that up? You can either create it like they did, or you can attend it like everybody else did there. Can you imagine the number of business owners you'd meet by going to something like that? Can you imagine the like-minded people? There are so many fun things going on in your community that you are unaware of, but it's time to become aware of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if that sounds like a chore, if you're like, I don't know where to begin, that's probably where masterminds are for you, because masterminds are the shortcut to, it's like the unapologetic. It's, hi, I'm only here to network, to learn, and to exchange ideas.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that is where masterminds come into play. But if you can't afford one, or if you can't commit to one, then your only alternative, and it's a good one, is to get your ass out of the house, even if it feels difficult.
All right, people. So if you want the shortcut, we have an elite level mastermind, which is for people 500 grand and up.
Mostly 7 and 8 figure businesses in there.
And you don't want to be the smartest person in the room.
Nope.
You want to feel stretched to get in this room, and you want to feel like you're not the person with the biggest ideas. So you absolutely want to be in a room where there are big thinkers around you and where you know that you're going to get the answers of people who have already gone there to get to the next level.
This is our highest touch, most intimate type of offering, right? This is a small group of high performing business owners where we lock arms for the entire year. And it's got so many different features. I won't even list them right now. I encourage you to go check it out at chrisharder.me/mastermind and go right to the features. It is a hybrid between a one-on-one coaching program and masterminding, which we believe so much in. So you get both. You get a lot of that hands-on attention from us, a lot of one-on-one coaching from me. You also get the group, the meetups in person, the community that you've been looking for, the support, the connections, the favor. But you got to earn over $500,000 a year in your business to apply. Most are 7 and 8 figure businesses. Don't let that intimidate you. Like Lori said, stretch to get into the room where you're going to learn the most. Go check it out at chrisharder.me/mastermind. We're more than half sold out for this thing. So it's going to, I mean, we're not even at the holidays yet. This is going quick. So get your application in right away, right now. Hit stop and go to chrisharder.me. That's .me/mastermind. chrisharder.me/mastermind. Okay, guys, thanks for listening.
We'll talk to you next
Love
week.
and appreciate you.
Thanks for listening. And if you loved this episode and know of someone else who is as successful as they are generous, please pass them on to me. It would mean the world to me if you help me get this cause and this message out to as many listeners as I can. So please, if you liked what you heard, it goes a long way if you take 30 seconds and leave me a 5-star review and share this with your friends. I'll be forever grateful. And until the next episode, cheers to your success.